Peace, my family, and we're all back to all those coming out of that good cocoon for the first time. Welcome. It's your girl, the butterfly, and we about to take off. Let's fly. Just want to send you all that good healing energy your way. Peace, love, happiness, harmony, and abundance. Hope you guys are out there keeping your mind right in that good mind. How y'all feeling today? Hope you guys are most definitely moving on up in your higher nature and cleansing. Okay, cleansing. The lows. Came on here today to express and share chapter 45 of the El's Holy Qur'aan. Again, family, this right here will certainly help you on this good journey within. So if you take the time to read and be encouraged to do so, you'll begin to see so much. All right now, so let's get it. Let's read. All right now, and it goes like this. Musa asked why he hurtled from his kindred. El Shamaru leads the Jacobins into error, and it reads, and that which made you hurtle, and that which made you hurry from about your kindred, children of Jacob, Israel, O Musa questioned. He Musa said, they are these on my track, and I hurried into you, my rab, so you may be contained. He said, surely we, not he, the Elohim and Nike have tested you, Musa. You tested your Musa. Kindred, children of Israel, from after him, and as El Shamaru has made them go astray into error. So Musa returned to his kindred, children of Jacob, wrathful, sorry. He, Musa, said, oh, my kindred, did your Rab sustainer not promise you a good promise? Question. So, did the covenant seem long upon you? Question. Or do you want wrath from your Rab to descend upon you? Question. So you promised, so you broken my promise. They, children of Yeshua, said, we did not break your Musa promise with our power, but we carried burdens, heavy metals from the adornment of the kindred children of Israel. So we painted them in it. So El Shamaru also cast down. So he, El Shamaru, brought forth for them a golden calf, symbolic of Hathor, the Egyptian deity and body, and he had a mooing sound, and they, children of Yeshua, Jacob, said, this is your source, Allah. This is your Allah's source and source of Musa. So he forgot. So don't they, children of Israel, said, do not return unto him a saying, and the golden calf, symbolic of Hathor, the Egyptian deity, and does not possess for him harm nor a benefit? Question. And that's the end of that heading. So let's go on. Aaron tells the Israelites they are tested by the calf, and Musa is upset with his brother, and Musa questions El Shamaru, and it reads, and Aaron indeed said to them, children of Yeshua, from before, O my kindred, you were only tested by it, the golden calf, symbolic of Hathor, the Egyptian deity, and surely your Rab, who is sustainer, is the Rami, the yielder. So follow me and obey my command. They said, we will not seize upon it and being obsessed with the golden calf until Musa returns into us. He, Musa, said, oh Aaron, what hindered you when you did see them go astray into error? Question. Do not you follow me? Question. So did you, Aaron, disobey my command? Question. He, Aaron, said, oh son Musa of my mother Jochebed, don't seize me by the way of my beard nor my head. Surely I dread that you will say, you have made a separation between the children of Israel and Jacob and will not watch my saying. So he, Musa said, So what's your matter? O Shamaru's question. He, Shamaru, said, I saw of what which they didn't see of it. So I seized a handful from the track of the Rasul one sent. So I plucked it, and I also allowed my nefs spirit self to be seduced. And that's the end of that heading. So let's go on. Musa punished El Shamaru, and the Elohim burns the calf and throws it into the yam. No source will exist except by the way of Allah. And so it goes on to read. He, Musa, said, So go, El Shamaru, surely for you in El Hayati, the life, and you will say, Don't touch me, and surely for you is a promise. You cannot break it. The look, El Shamaru, to your Rab, to Allah's source, the calf which represents the identity, the Egyptian identity, Hathor, which you remained obsessed with. Verily we, not I, the Elohim Anaki, will burn it. Then we, the Elohim, will ground it into powder and scatter it into the Yam Sea. However, your Allah, your source is Allah, in whom no Eloh's Allahs would exist except by the way of whom the creative force of will. He, not we, expands all things in knowledge. And so that's the end of that heading. So let's go on. The Qur'an gives you, Muhammad, knowledge of the Torah and the Injil, the revelations, blowing of the trumpet of Shofar by Raphael, and the gathering of the guilty blue eye. And so it goes on to read, just like that, we, not he, the Elohim Anaki, relate you, Muhammad, news, the scriptures, before the Qur'an, of that which certainly has happened before. The Qur'an gives you knowledge of that which took place in the Torah and Injil, revelations, and verily we, the Elohim Anaki, have given unto you, Muhammad, a reminder, the Qur'an, from us. And who turns away from it, so surely he will carry a burden on that day of resurrection, standing, abiding eternally in it, and a heavy burden will become evil to them on the day of resurrection. On this day, the last day, in which the trumpet, shofar, will be blown by the Elohim Raphael, we, not he, the Anunnaki, will gather the guilty blue-eyed, the free boys, the hell means, and they, the cursed blue-eyed, whispers between themselves, and you only stayed not more than 10 minutes of 1 hour, and we, not he, the Elohim Anaki, are aware of that which they said when there must distinguish one in the way, or distinguish one in the way said, if you remained except a day. It goes on to read, because that's the end of that heading. Muhammad being asked about the mountains on that day. No intercession will benefit on the last day. Faces will humble themselves to ever living. The Quran was sent down in the Qurashin dialect, and they asked you, Muhammad, about the mountains, the Caucasian mountains between the Black and the Caspian Sea. And so tell them, my Rab, who is sustainer, will reduce them to powder and scatter them abroad. So he, not we, will let it be a desolate, empty plain. You won't let see in the crookedness nor curve. On that day, they will follow the one who calls the Messiah. There is no crookedness to him, the Messiah, and the voices will be low for the yielder, so you will not hear except a shuffling sound. So that day, the intercession will not benefit except he whom the yielder anew has given permission to him, and he whose saying he was content with. He not we knows that which is between their hands and that which is behind them, and they will not surround it in knowledge. And the faces will humble themselves for the ever living, the subsisting, El Kalum, the All. And indeed, he who carries an unjust deed will be disappointed. And he who worked for Salat, perfection, and he is a faithful one. He will not fear an unjust act, nor an oppression. And just like that, we not he, the Elohim and Anunnaki, sent down to him Muhammad, Arabic Quran, in the Qur'an dialect, and we, the Anunnaki, gave explicit details in it from the promise. Perhaps they will tremble at the mention, or it will make them remember him. And that right there is the end of that heading. So it goes on to say, Muhammad told not to hurry the Quran. The Elohim made a covenant with Zakar Adam. Hela refused to prostrate before Zakar Adam. So the Most High, the source, Allah, Al-Malik, the ruler of the fact, and Muhammad, don't hurry the Quran before it. It is concluded, finished into you. Muhammad, don't add or try to rush its inspiration. And say this, Muhammad, my Rab, who is sustainer, has increased my knowledge, and indeed we not he, the Elohim and Anunnaki, covenant to Adam from before, Suaf of Adam. So he forgot, and we, the Elohim, didn't find a determination from him. And when we not I, the Elohim, said for all the Malachi, the Elohim and Anunnaki, agreeable, benevolent beings, seraphim, and the disagreeable, benevolent beings, the cherubim, to prostrate for Adam. So they all prostrated except the rebellious Elohim, the devil, Iblis, also known as Samuel, Nakash, Halo, son of Zephyr, and Melita. He refused. Iblis, Azazel, was one of the jinn species of the Elohim, the cherubim. Satan, an open enemy to Zakar, Adam, and the Caleb, and the Jannah. You don't have to worry about food and clothes. Zakar, Adam, and the Caleb, Eve, transgressed and ate of the tree. And it reads, so we not I said, O Adam, sure this is your open enemy to you, and your mate, Eve, and Caleb. So do not let him drive both of you out of the Jannah garden, that you will become miserable. Surely in the enclosed garden of delight you were not to be hungry, nor do you go about naked in need of clothes. And in it you will have no thirst nor scorching sun. So Samuel, the reptilian, whispered to them. He said, O Adam, shall I direct you to the tree of immortality and a rulership that doesn't wear out its everlasting question? So they, both Zakar and Caleb, ate of it, the tree in the center of the enclosed garden of delight, and their private parts manifested for them, and they both began to sew together fig leaves and made themselves short skirts, aprons for themselves of the leaves of the Jannah. And Adam, Zakar, Cadman, had disobeyed his Rab master Kakal, and he, Adam, was seduced, cut off. And so that's the end of that heading. So let's go on. Adam seeks repentance, and they are told to get out of the Jannah. Satan, the reptilian, is a clear enemy to Nekeba's seed, Eve. Then his Rab chose him, Adam, so he repented upon him, and he led him into calmness. He not we said, you too, Zakar and Nekeba, get down from it, the south of Kodesh, all together. Adam, Eve, Darkakalik, some of you are an enemy for others. the cable is Eve's seed, and Satan the reptilian seed. So neither will come to you from me, Huda, calmness. So he who follows my calmness, he will not be led astray into error, and he will not be miserable. And that's the end of that heading. So let's go on. So it reads, he who turns away from the source, verily he will be blind on the day of resurrection. And it reads, and he who turns away from about my remembrance, so verily for him is a narrow livelihood, and we not I, the Elohim Anaki, will gather him blind on the day of standing resurrection. He will say, my Rab, who is master and sustainer, why did you gather me blind? Indeed I was a seer. Question. He will say also, are not my Anunnaki signs came to you, so did you forget them? Question. And you are also forgotten on this day. And also we not I, the Elohim Anunnaki, will recommence. He who extends bounds and didn't have faith with the signs of his not we Rab, and verily the pain of the end is more forceful and everlasting. And so it goes on to read, that's the end of that heading. How many generations has the Elohim destroyed? Question. Muhammad told to glorify his Rab, to command his family with El Salat. Muhammad told the Meccans everyone is waiting for the signs of El Rab. So it reads, did he not lead calmness for them? Question. How many from the generations we not he, the Elohim Anaki, destroyed before them? Adam and Eve, or who, walking in their dwellings? Question. Surely in that are signs for the first ones who possess intelligence. And if not a word proceeded from your Rab, sustainer, verily the pain, the punishment was a must and a predetermination or predetermined time. So have patience, O Muhammad, that which they say, and glorify your Rab with gratitude before the appearance of the rising of El Shem, the sun, and before its appearance of settling in the west. So glorify times of shadow hour period and extreme parts of the midday, and perhaps that you may be content with it. And don't stretch your eyes to that which we not I, the Elohim Anaki, has provided of it, mates from them, or splendor of the life of the physical world, that which we, the Elohim Anaki, test them in it, and the provision of your Rab is best and everlasting. And the command of your family with the El salutations as worship, and have patience upon it. And we not he, the Elohim Anaki, don't ask you for a provision. We the Elohim provided you. The end, the consequence is for those who tremble at the mention. And they, the Meccans, say, why does he, Muhammad, not give us a sign from the Rab sustainer? Question. Did not already come to them clear evidence from what is in the Suwa, the first pages, the Mule Elise, the Gilgamesh epics, Yutan, the Atra Hasses, the descendant of Ishtar, the Nergal and Istragel, the secrets of Adafa? Question. And if we not he, the Elohim Anaki, had destroyed them with the pain punishment from before him? Muhammad, verily they, the Adamites, would have said, our Rab, if only you had sent to us a Rasulah, one sent, so we would have followed your signs from before. We were humiliated and disgraced. Tell them this, Muhammad, everyone is awaiting, so all of you are to wait, so you will know those who are the companions of the even, equal, narrow path, and those who are led into calmness. Su Dakar Ayun El Azim. Alright, now, so that right there was the end of that chapter. Now again, family, you are encouraged to check this out yourself, and if you are interested, it is on the channel in PDF form, our Master Teacher's book, so it's all there. So if you are interested, check it out for yourself and start that good journey with them. All right now, and it will help you. It so will help you on this journey for sure. All right now, again, I want you all to know again that you are loved beyond this world and in it. Begin to spread the love one to another. Be the peace that you seek. Release. Our Master Teacher, Dr. Malachi L. Peace, Shalom, Hashug, Divine Love, family, and Wadu. And it's all